title, The Last Cup of Tea, and the echoes of the quiet rooms. Some stories aren't told with fireworks. They whisper through hallways where time once stood still. In the chipped mugs we keep, in the last words we said, in the way we forget to say I love you when it matters most. This is Garth Wingman's story. And yours, if you listen closely. It was Tuesday at 5:42 p.m. The kettle clicked off. Garth didn't move right away. He stood in the small kitchen of his two-bedroom unit, staring out the window at the golden dusk bleeding through Adelaide's clouds. Across the road, children played, laughter bouncing off bricks and bitumen. But in Garth's home, silence reigned. There were two mugs on the bench. One said, "Darling, you make life sweet." The other, faded from years of dishwasher wear, had her lipstick mark still faintly visible on the rim. "Tea's ready," he whispered anyway. But no one answered anymore. It's the cracks we step over. Once, there were arguments about trivial things, burnt toast, overdraft accounts, whose turn it was to hang the washing. Now, Garth would have paid a fortune to hear her say, "Garth, for goodness sake, that's not how you fold towels." He was 78 now. His bones ached more than his heart some days, but not today. Today marked 1 year since she passed. He walked slowly to the couch, carrying both mugs. One for him, one for her. And as he sat, something unusual stirred. Not sadness, not guilt, but urgency. The letter never sent. Wisdom belongs to the aged, and understanding to the old. Job 12 verse 12. I don't want to forget, Garth began writing in a worn leather-bound notebook titled, Things Worth Remembering. So I'm writing to someone I hope is listening, maybe a grandson, maybe a stranger, maybe myself. Psalm 89 verse 47, remember how fleeting is my life. For what futility you have created all humanity. Let me tell you 3 things. 3 things I wish someone had screamed into my stubborn ears when I was still young enough to be foolish. 1. Time is sacred. Don't waste it. When Ruth was alive, we wasted minutes with silence over silly things. I remember once we didn't speak for 4 days because I forgot to pick up her dry cleaning. 4 days. 4 sunsets. 4 cups of tea. 4 dances in the kitchen we never danced. 4 I love yous never said. When she died, all I could think was, why did I give time to pride when I could have given it to love? Arguments steal what death doesn't wait for. 2. Make memories on purpose. Ruth and I had this habit. We kissed goodbye, even if we were just going to the shed. Just in case, she'd say. The last time I kissed her, I didn't know it was the last. She waved, called out, "Don't forget the milk." She collapsed 3 hours later. A stroke. Silent and fast. But I had kissed her. One final anchor to cling to when the ocean of grief tried to drown me. Make your memories sweet, not sour. They outlive you. 3. You can't control what happens. But you can choose how you respond. John 4 verse 10, if you knew the gift of God, you would have asked him and he would have given you living water. I didn't respond well at first. I shut down. Drank too much. Avoided people. But then I remembered the story of the woman at the well. She was carrying shame, heartache, judgment, and still, Jesus sat with her and offered her something better. We don't get to choose the wells we sit by. But we do get to choose whether we drink. And I chose to heal. To write. To forgive myself. Even when I didn't want to. It's lessons for the living. We live in a culture that hoards apologies and spends time like it's limitless. We scroll more than we speak. We hold grudges like trophies. But we don't hold hands nearly enough. Proverbs 23 verse 19, "Listen, my son, and be wise, and set your heart on the right path." Wisdom isn't found in knowing everything. It's found in finally realizing what truly matters. It's in the last cup of tea you make for someone. In the kiss you give just in case. In the pause you take before saying something you'll regret. Garth's story is not rare. It's your neighbor's story. Your father's. Yours, perhaps, if you let too many todays slip into yesterdays without attention. So here's your mirror. Look into it and ask, am I wasting time or weaving it into something eternal? Or is it the bench on Anzac Parade? There's a wooden bench near the war memorial where Garth now goes every Sunday. He brings 2 cups. He sips one and leaves the other beside him, steam rising like a prayer. A little plaque is nailed beneath the bench now. It says, "Make memories. Make peace. Make tea. While you still can." And the takeaway? You don't have to wait for grief to teach you what love already knows. God is whispering to you today, "I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the desert." Your breakthrough is coming. Let the faith rise in you today. Expect miracles, for I am the God who does the impossible. You are loved beyond measure, treasured beyond words, and held in my everlasting arms. My child, go into this day knowing that you are fully known, deeply loved, and eternally blessed. For eternity, I hope these words I'm whispering to you will lift your spirit and carry you through each day with strength and joy. Penned by Gary Conan Doyle. In worship of God's wonderful glory.
Hey, thanks for listening. If you're still here, something in this story or song clicked with you. So here's a little secret. When you hit thumbs up, it tells the YouTube gremlins, "Hey, more of this." And if you subscribe, it's like saying, "Yeah, I want in." So go ahead